I'm sorry, I was having trouble unmuting. I was looking for some slides. Do we start with the slides?
Can you see him?
No, I'm so sorry.
That's okay. That's all
Okay.
probably on me. It always. There we go. How's that?
Hey, there we go. There's our family move-in meeting for 2026. Here we go. If we could put it in presentation settings so that everyone can see it nice and big, that'd be great. Awesome. All right, there we go. This is our family move-in meeting for fall 2026. Hi, everybody. I'm glad you could join us. So please change your name on Zoom to list your name and your student's name. So that would be great. We can go to the next slide. All right. So we're going to start off with welcome and introductions. You're going to hear from some housing logistics, meet the housing team, housing policies and procedures, move-in procedures. Then we're going to go into meals and dining. Then we will hear from safety and the University Police Department. We're also going to touch base with student support, parking and commuter services, the Cougar Care Network, sustainability, and we'll discuss empowering versus enabling. Then family programs and communication, and we'll wrap up with a Q&A. All right. So first, we're going to meet the housing team. Okay. The head of the housing team is Travis Douglas. He's the executive director of housing and residential education. Then we have Ali Serrano, director of residential education, and Paula Ruiz, assistant director of residential education. And I am Christine Boaz. I'm director of housing operations and facilities. Now, supporting the communities, we have Live On staff, we have one area coordinator, we have 6 community directors, 54 community advisors, and 10 residential academic mentors. I have some operations staff that work with me. I have one associate director of operations and conferences, 4 coordinators, one business and finance analyst, and 10 maintenance staff to help take care of the communities. All right, housing policies and procedures. All members of our community have a responsibility to uphold the CSUSM housing policies, CSUSM Student Code of Conduct, and local and federal laws and regulations. By signing their license agreement, residents agree to follow these policies and to be community members in good standing. These roles and responsibilities are crucial to the safety and well-being of all residents and to create an environment conducive to academic success. If a resident has a question or concern regarding the CSUSM housing policies, they are encouraged to speak with their community advisor or community director. Due to FERPA, we are not able to disclose conduct or student concern information to families without a signed release of information from the resident. If you have concerns about your student's safety or well-being, you can contact the CSUSM Police Department at any time, and they can be reached at 760-750-4567. And we're going to hear a little bit later on about other ways to reach the CSUSM Police Department. All right, recommended immunizations. So congregate housing settings are a higher risk environment for meningococcal disease. Vaccination with meningococcal conjugate, is highly recommended by the CDC for residents 21 and under. Please check with student health and counseling about other requirements. And this QR code will take you right to the student health and counseling information about the recommended and required immunizations. Move-in process. Okay, here we go. All communities will have assigned move-in times on Thursday, August 27th and Friday, August 28th. Each student has been emailed information about an assigned move-in appointment time on one of these dates. Please be sure you arrive during this scheduled time frame. Each resident will be allowed to bring assistants, either a friend, a parent, a guardian, or a sibling, to help unload and get settled in. Residents should only bring one car to unload with their belongings. Additional vehicles will be sent to long-term parking for the day. After unloading, vehicles will be able to park in PS1 or in PS2 on levels 3 or higher. Arrival lots, the arrival lots where you're going to come to move into housing, and these are the best GPS addresses, are for the Quad, UVA, or Black Oak Hall. You're going to arrive at parking lot X, which is 405 South Twin Oaks Valley Road in San Marcos. Now, North Commons is the only one not arriving at parking lot X. North Commons folks will go directly to parking structure 2 at 234 North Commons Drive in San Marcos. Move-in process continued. We have partnered with University and Student Services to assist with move-in this year. We've done it a couple of times before and it works out wonderfully. We're very excited for this partnership. University and Student Services will assist with bins for personal belongings, traffic direction, and assistance porting belongings to your living spaces. The locations where USS is employed to work with us are the Quad, the University Village Apartments, and Black Oak Hall. All right, move-in locations, an area overview. If you take a look at a map, you're going to see the 78 freeway in gold across the top of the map. This gives you an idea of proximity to the 78 freeway. The 78 freeway is the closest freeway exit to us. And if you get off on Twin Oaks Valley Road, from whichever way you're approaching, you will drive away from the 78 freeway to the down Twin Oaks Valley Road, and you'll see that the Quad and North Commons are very close together, and there's parking structure 2 that is adjacent to North Commons. And if you go down and a little bit to the right on your screen, you'll see the UVA and the Black Oak Hall that are situated together. And right across from Black Oak Hall is PS1, parking structure 1. Now, if you're looking at the screen, take a look down in the left-hand corner, and that's parking lot X. Parking lot X is where UVA, Black Oak Hall, and the Quad are all going to start their move-in process. All right, now here's a little bit more blown up picture of the same area. You'll see we have at the top of the screen, you'll see there's North City Drive. North City Drive is the address of parking structure 2. And you'll see that in yellow, that's the PS2 indicator. PS2 is directly adjacent to North Commons. So North Commons folks, that's where you're going to go. Across Campus Way is the Quad. And then down across Barham Drive, at the intersection of Barham Drive and Campus Way, you have University Village Apartments. On the same plot of land with University Village Apartments is Black Oak Hall. Black Oak Hall is situated directly at the corner of Campus Way and Campus View Drive. And you will see across Campus View Drive, you have parking structure 1. Okay. All right, terrific. Well, we're going to take a look real quick at the move-in process specifically for North Commons. So if you're coming down from the freeway, you're going to turn on North City Drive, and you're going to drive directly to parking structure 2. You're going to take a right into parking structure 2, and the address for parking structure 2 is 234 North City Drive in San Marcos. That's how you get there. Now, at the bottom of the screen, we have a more blown up picture. You can see the vehicle entrance on North City Drive into parking structure 2. So the first step is you enter your vehicle. Step number 2 is you're going to get your keys and get a bin for moving, and you're going to put your items in the bin for moving. Step number 3 is you're going to carry the items into the building entrance off June Way. You're going to take your items up to the whichever floor you're on. There's 2 elevators in North Commons. And so you'll port your items to your room in North Commons. And then step number 4, you're going to bring the bin back downstairs, going to bring it outside, take it around past the dumpsters and return it to the bin corral that's in parking structure 2. Now, during this time, parents and family are welcome to park on floors 3 and above in parking structure 2. All right, then we have the move-in process for UVA. Now, start here. It says start here, lot X. That's dot number 1. So what you're going to see is that you're going to travel up the Twin Oaks Valley Road. You're going to take a right on Barham Drive. You're going to drive straight down Barham Drive past the UVA and take another right on La Marie Road. After you take a right on La Marie Road, you'll take an additional right onto Campus View Drive and an immediate right into Lot K. Lot K is your unloading zone. So you're going to be involved in 2 parking lots with the move-in process for the UVA. You're going to start in Lot X and you're going to unload your vehicle in parking lot K. Once you unload the vehicle in parking lot K, family or parents are able to park in parking structure 1, dot number 3, and your items will be ported down, and you can bring your items down to pick up your keys and bring your bins and get your room assignment there. And that's dot number 4. After that, after you bring your items to your room, you can return and pick up your car in parking structure 1. Now, once again, 2nd through 6th floor, you can park there after unloading. That will be fine. Additionally, we do have the lot next to PS1, that's lot N, that you're welcome to park in as well. That's some additional parking that we have this year. All right, now we have the move-in process for the quad. Once again, you're going to be starting in parking lot X. You're going to travel up Twin Oaks Valley Road and take a right on Barham Drive. Then you're going to take an immediate an immediate left on Campus Way and a right on North City Drive. A final right onto Riddell Road and a right back into the back of the quad. That's right under the little 4 dot there. There's sort of a U-shaped driveway behind the quad that folks will be pulling into. And at the quad, USS Student Services will be assisting folks by helping to unload the car, but then they are going to actually port everyone's items to the rooms themselves. So you will pull in, you'll unload your car, and you will drive your car down the road following the orange arrows, drive the car down the road, and you will park in parking structure 1. And you will follow the pink sign walking back to the quad to go and see where the USS Student Services will be placing all of your items into your bed space for you. And we're doing that because the quad is a little bit of a complicated building. And so we wanted to make it easy for you to get unload and get parked and get back into your rooms. So that's how it's going to be handled for the quad. All right, the move-in process for Black Oak Hall. Whoa, this is a new community this year. Once again, we're starting at parking lot X. We're going to go up. I just Twin Oaks Valley Road. I'm so sorry, my mind. We're going to go up Twin Oaks Valley Road. We're going to take a right on Barham Drive, and we're going to take another right on Campus Way. An immediate left, and then we're going to pull into parking structure 1. Now, the first floor of parking structure 1 is where you're going to get your keys and where you're going to get your bins to unload your car. After you unload the bins, unload the car into the bins, welcome to park above level 2, and you will be porting your items down and across. So we're going to go down Campus View Drive to the corner of Campus View Drive and Campus Way in the sign in the picture toward the left. You can see there's a directional tent there. Campus View Drive and Campus Way. And that is the entry to the Black Oak Hall building, actually. So you'll be able to walk your carts right down the sidewalk of Campus View Drive, across the street, and into the Black Oak Hall. So that, we're thinking it's going to work really well. All right. So move-in weekend, exciting time. So Thursday, Fridays, we're having floor meetings that are being held the night of your assigned move-in date. Friday, Me-You Welcome Celebration at 8 p.m. Saturday, we have convocation at 9 a.m. and 12 p.m. Ceremonies are based on major, and this is open to families, of course. Sunday, sexual violence prevention program, and this is mandatory for all first-year students. At 4 p.m., we have Black Oak Hall and North Commons. At 6 p.m., we have the University Village Apartments and athletes. Sunday, housing extravaganza events from 8 to 10 p.m. in your community. And I will turn it over to dining.
Hi, so my name is Vanessa Duarte. I work over at CSUSM Corporation as an administrative assistant. I work on all things dining and meal plans, so that's where we're going to be covering next. Shown on the screen are all of our campus facilities, dining facilities that we have. So in the USU, we do have Kalamata Mediterranean, Panda Express, Hilltop Grill, Qdoba. On the other side of the USU, we have the Starbucks, Crash's Market. They have some really good sushi in there. Up in Founders Plaza, we actually just had the soft opening today for El Cafecito. There's a few locations like in Vista, Escondido, San Marcos. So we're super excited to have them on campus now. And then their opening official day will be the first day of school. Up by Kellogg Library, we have Shake Smart that just opened last spring. And then under the quad, we're going to be opening 200 Eats in the spring. And our newest dining hall, Quila Dining, will be located next to Black Oak Hall, and that officially opens on the 27th, the first move-in date. So the app is going to be super helpful for any students wondering anything about dining. On there, we have the hours posted, which is really nice. So you'll just download the app, you'll click the little fork and the knife, and then on there, you'll have all the updated hours of when each of the dining facilities are opened and closed. So we do run on a declining balance meal plan. Some benefits include budget friendly. So if you have a meal plan, one of the big benefits is that you will be paying cheaper rates. So let's say you have a meal plan and you go into Quila Dining and you get a burger and fries, you're going to be paying about $6.50 versus other students that go in there and get that same meal, they're going to be paying closer to $10 if they do not have a meal plan. Flexibility, you're also able to choose whichever plan best fits your eating habits. Convenience, it is a la carte, and now we have the option to take food to go, which is really nice. Agency, it gives students the ability to budget their meal plans and use their dining dollars however they would like. And then sustainability, we do have a new system this year called the OZ system. It is a reusable container. So what's really nice is that now you can take your food to go out of Quila Dining. You can take it to your dorm, you can take it anywhere on campus. Once you're done using it, you'll bring it back and they will actually clean it for you in the facility and give you a new container to use. And then Quila will also be open during move-in, which is super nice if you want to go check it out. It's not just open for students, families can go in as well. So it'll be open as well for Thursday and Friday move-in. This is our new Aussie system, which I kind of explained before. We are excited to introduce this because it is very sustainable. And like we mentioned, you can bring it back. They will clean it for you. You'll either receive a token if you do not have a meal plan. If you do have a meal plan, you will get 2 free. If you don't, it'll be $5 each container. But you'll just bring it back, they'll clean it for you, and then you'll be able to use it again. Next slide. So these are our meal plans that we have. For any students living in the North Commons or Black Oak Hall, there is a mandatory meal plan requirement since there are no kitchens in there. So they will have to pick between the A plan, the B plan, or the C plan. Anybody living in the quad, the UVA, or commuting, they are able to pick any meal plan if they would like. It's totally optional for them. They could pick A plan through F plan. If they are living in the North Commons or Black Oak Hall, they do have if you have CalFresh, the student has CalFresh, they're able to fill out an exemption form online and they can sign up for the D plan if they would like. So for the cost breakdowns, I'll just go with the A plan example. So at the top, you'll see the semester cost. That's $3,055. Within that cost, there is a semester membership fee. That would be, for example, $1,650. Those membership fees are to fix, like, if there's anything that needs to be updated in the facilities. Dining does hold a lot of events throughout the semester. It also gives them access to a dietitian on campus. And then, as mentioned before, that cheaper rate for the food. And then it includes the dining dollars for the semester, which would be the 1,405. Let's say a student doesn't use all their dining dollars. It will roll over to the spring semester. And let's say you have the opposite issue where you need more dining dollars, you're able to add up dining dollars to the amount that your meal plan comes with. So for example, the A plan comes with 1,405. So if they run out, they can add up to an additional 1,405 dining dollars. Okay, so dining dollars versus Cougar Cash. Dining dollars and Cougar Cash are pretty similar. Dining dollars just belong in a meal plan. Cougar Cash does not. Dining dollars can be used at any of the dining facilities on campus, just not the El Cafecito coffee cart. It functions like a prepaid debit account and it's charged to students' financial account. And they will receive that cheaper rate at Quila Dining when using their dining dollars. For Cougar Cash, it is not a part of a meal plan. It functions as well as a prepaid debit. Instead of being charged to the student's financial account, it would actually be charged to a credit card. So you won't need to sign in or anything. All you will need is the student's ID, and you're able to add as much funds as you would like on there. And it can be used at any of the dining facilities as well, just not El Cafecito. And then you will not receive that cheaper rate at Quila Dining. Important to know is that all of our dining facilities on campus do take dining dollars, Cougar Cash, debit, credit. There's just not the dining dollars and Cougar Cash taken at El Cafecito. Crash's Market also takes EBT and SNAP, and then the additional dining dollars may be added on a meal plan up to the amount that comes in that particular meal plan. So how to purchase a meal plan if you have not already. You can do it either on the CSUSM app under dining. You'll click manage your meal plan, or you can do it on the CSUSM dining website. You'll click where it has the meal plans, and there's a little blue button that says purchase meal plan. An important date to have in mind is that the last day to make any changes or cancel your meal plan will be September 27th. So there are a lot of students that They purchase a meal plan, kind of want to test it out the first few weeks, and then they decide maybe I want to upgrade, maybe I want to downgrade. They have that ability to do that for the first 4 weeks until that September 27th date. And then after that, they will be locked into a meal plan. And then your payments will be made through my CSUSM. So once you purchase a meal plan, it takes about 1 business day or so for it to show up on your my CSUSM. So if you don't see it right away, don't worry. It should show up about a business day or so. So like mentioned before, or meal plan payment plans. Okay, so once you purchase a meal plan, it is automatically put into a payment plan. The due dates are August 17th, September 17th, October 17th, and November 17th. So since that October 17th date did already pass, it would be a 3-month plan at this point. It would be the September 17th, October 17th, and November 17th. Again, as mentioned, there is a very important date of September 17th. That's the last day to make any changes or cancel your meal plan. And the first day that you can start using your meal plan will be August 27th, the first move-in date. And meal plans will end December 19th for the fall semester. And then our app also has all of our updated hours of operations and links to the menu. When it comes to any questions about finances, when it comes to meal plan, unfortunately on our side, I'm not able to see students' financial accounts, so the best contact would be Student Financial Services for that. But if you have any other questions about how meal plans work or anything, feel free to reach out to us. At dining@csusm.edu. And if for any chance that your student does end up withdrawing or leaving a housing that does not require a mandatory meal plan, please let us know. Students kind of have to reach out to each different department. So if they leave, reach out to tuition, reach out to housing, and also reach out to dining. Next. And that's it for me. Thank you.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. My name is Marissa Costa. I'm the Zero Waste and Sustainability Specialist here on campus. To help us make move-in more sustainable, we highly encourage you to coordinate with your roommates. This will not only help reduce excess waste, but it will also help save you some money if you coordinate with your roommates on which items to buy. You don't want to end up with maybe like 15 bowls and 20 cups when there's only 2 or 3 of you to a room. So really coordinate with your roommates on the items that you should be buying. Here on campus, waste sorting is extremely important. So please be mindful when throwing things away and thinking about what you're bringing to campus. We will have larger containers or bins for cardboard boxes. These cardboard boxes should not be placed in waste chutes because they tend to clog them up. So make sure you're breaking down your moving boxes, and we will have larger bins for that. As part of our effort to get to zero waste, we also hope that you can be mindful of proper waste sorting practices and taking the time to make sure food and paper-based products go in the compost, that recyclables go in the recycling, like hard plastics, clean cardboard, and then landfill items go to the landfill. We will have bins available, very large 40-yard dumpsters as well. So for any excess recycling materials, we will also have free secondhand items available during move-in at the UVA and Quad. So please visit our booths to get free supplies. We have plenty of kitchen supplies and dorm supplies, all for free. So again, that will be at UVA and Quad. Thank you.
So this is me, student conduct and ethical development. Just want to remind you all that your student should review their student resident handbook and the standards for student conduct in detail. This is just information from the Dean of Students Office. I know there's a lot of information coming towards you and towards your student. Just know that we adhere to all state and federal laws. So just want to be mindful of that. The transition to college really is already stressful and it's also exciting. So we know that this is going to be a new time for your students, especially students entering CSUSM and on-campus housing for the first time. So we understand that the first 6 weeks are critical for students to meet, make meaningful connections with their classmates and the roommates to get involved. And it will be that much more important for these connections to happen. Listed here are just a number of general first-year challenges for students that they tend to face at the start of the college experience. It's just a general list, and we know that each student may have additional stressors and varying ability to adapt and cope with the challenges that happen to come their way. Just wanted to empower you, the families as well, with your own set of things that you should be mindful of during this exciting time to welcome your students to live on campus. With that, I'm going to turn this over to UPD.
Yeah, thanks, Jay. Hi, everyone. My name is David Lopez. I'm an officer here with the University Police Department, or UPD for short. Just a friendly reminder for everyone, all our officers here are sworn peace officers. We are also here 24/7, 365 days a year. We do have our own 911 communication center, so our own dispatch center on campus. So any 911 calls made on or near campus should be directly routed to us. Our main responsibility is going to be the campus and the surrounding immediate area. For any families that want to opt into the campus-wide emergency notification system, you are welcome to text that CSUSM family. It's on the slide right there in bold to the number 226-787. I'll also include that in the chat shortly. Just make sure when you type in CSUSM family, just make sure it doesn't autocorrect. Our non-emergency line is going to be the 760-750-4567 number. Just another reminder, we do have our community service officers. So those are our paid student assistants that help us and our parking officers as well. The safety escort program is also probably one of our more popular services. So that's something that looks like, let's say your student is studying late at night in the library. It's, midnight, 1 in the morning. And, for an added sense of security, they can call us at that non-emergency line, and one of our students or one of our officers will walk with them or drive them to somewhere to their dorm, right? The main general campus-wide lost and found program is also ran out of our building. We also have emergency poles and phones located around campus as well. We do offer a self-defense program. We've been offering this about once a semester for about the past year. For more information on that, I recommend you guys follow that Instagram page with the QR code right there. And with that, I'll monitor the chat for any questions and pass it on to our crisis response team.
Thank you, Detective Lopez. Hi, everyone. I'm Dr. Rocio Terry. I'm the director for the crisis response team. And you may be wondering what a crisis response team is. Basically, what we do on campus is we respond to any type of mental health crisis. So if you look at this diagram here, just want you to know we do have a student health and counseling center, and that is where students can go get individual therapy, group therapy, information, that type of stuff. But what happens when somebody has a mental health crisis and they're in a classroom, such as an anxiety attack, or maybe they're in the parking lot, or in a structure, or in the library, or just anywhere up and about, including the dorms that we are going to be moving all of y'all into. Basically, that's where my team goes out. So we will respond to any type of mental health crisis from Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. And so you could always reach us by calling this number, the 760-750-7000, or as Detective Lopez mentioned, anytime anyone is on campus, if they just dial 911, it's automatically going to go to our dispatch center on campus. Next slide, please. And the type of things that we can assist with, as I said, mental health care, we will go to the individual or the student needing the help in that moment. So some examples include danger to self, maybe having thoughts about hurting oneself, danger to others, having thoughts about hurting someone else. If maybe a safety plan is needed, if someone's experiencing confusion, hallucinations, paranoia, psychosis, delusions, that type of thing, we can certainly go out and assist. For the parents that are on this call, or the those folks that have a student that will be attending Cal State San Marcos. Often when we hear from you, it's because you wanted to do a wellness check, because maybe you haven't heard from your student for a while, or they maybe made a comment that left you feeling a little bit uneasy, and you may not be nearby and you want us to check on them, and we can definitely do that. Thank you. And I will pass it on to oh, here we go. Some information on how to contact UPD. If anyone wants to just take a quick picture of these numbers, it just kind of mentions how to reach University Police Department. Thank you. And I'll pass it on to Belinda with Parking and Commuter Services.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Terry. I'm Belinda from Parking and Commuter Services. So something you should all know is parking is 100% self-support, but we were established to provide parking facilities and resources. So a parking permit is required on campus anytime a vehicle is parked. The exception is for move-in days. So on move-in days, you will not need to purchase a parking permit, but anytime that you do come to campus and park, you do want to make sure you have a valid parking permit. So for the students that are going to be living in campus housing, the best way to do it will be to use their parking account. So that you can access through the CSUSM app. From the CSUSM app, you're going to look for the parking transit tile, or you can type in park.csusm.edu, and you can get to the parking account from there as well. When the student logs in, they'll see the options for daily or longer term parking options. And for resident students, they will be very specific on what they're eligible to purchase. So for visitors and family members that are coming to see them, we have some physical pay stations located in the parking lots. And you can also use the CSUSM app for the AMP option. Any parking lot that has this QR code sign, that is a general parking lot. Good rule of thumb to keep an eye out for that sign. If you do not see it in the parking lot that you are parked in, you are probably parked in a reserved lot. Next slide. So the general parking permit that is available for the resident students, it is valid in all general parking lots. We do not have restricted overnight parking with the exception of PS2 and lots X, Y, and Z. PS2, the 6th level, is the only place that is available for overnight parking. Levels 1 through 5, no overnight parking is allowed. So you do want to make sure that your student is aware of that and that they relocate their vehicle before 2 a.m. From PS2. The next closest will be PS1. Overnight parking is allowed 1 through 5, levels 1 through 5. Again, that's the closest parking to all of the housing properties. Ample parking available. Lot N is also available, and Lot K. So aside from that, the parking permit is valid in all general parking lots. Lots X, Y, and Z, as I mentioned, is restricted. No overnight parking between midnight and 5 a.m., but they are able to relocate their vehicle if they choose to. Parking permits did go on sale on August 17th. And again, the options are the general semester parking permit for $338, and the academic year is good for the fall and spring semester at $643. Okay, so parking tickets on our campus are real. If your student receives a parking ticket, make sure that they're responding to it within 21 calendar days. You do want to make sure that they are taking action on it. If they do not take action, we do have the ability to place CSU and DMV holds, which will prevent the student from potentially graduating, possibly registering for classes. And then for the DMV hold, you will not be able to register the vehicle until the parking tickets are paid. So make sure that they are responding right away. And if they have any questions at any point along the way, please have them call us, come to our office. We will walk them through why they received the ticket so that we can help them avoid getting tickets in the future. So we do have a lot of commuter programs that we promote. Your student does not need to have a vehicle on campus. If they choose to leave their vehicle at home, they will not be stuck on campus. There are a lot of different options available, including a transit pass. For any students that are 18 or younger, they can qualify for a free youth opportunity pass. It is valid on all transit in North County and in San Diego. It is free. I encourage them to take advantage of this, whether they bring a car or not. More often than not, they will end up leaving their car parked and not touch it for a long time. So if they do not intend to drive their car more than a couple of times a week, it's probably better to leave it at home, save on insurance, save on gas, save on the cost of the parking permit. Have them take advantage of NCTD Plus. It functions very similar to Uber and Lyft. The rides will only cost anywhere from $1.50 to $3 per ride, and it operates in all of San Marcos. So really, really useful for that as well. And the Youth Opportunity Pass provides free rides on NCTD Plus. In addition to that, we have a couple of Zip cars located in PS1. Those are vehicles that can be rented on an hourly basis. The rates start at $10.75 per hour, and it covers everything from the cost of the rental of the vehicle, gas, mileage, insurance, maintenance. They can reserve the car, take it to do whatever errand they need to do, bring it back, park in the reserved space, and they're good to go. They just pay for the time that they actually use it. And then we have a lot of different bike programs available. So bike lockers, bike racks, bike loaner locks, bike pumps and repair stations, and then we have free bicycle registration as well. And then that is our contact information. Again, if you have any questions at any point along the way, we would much rather answer the question before any tickets are issued, and we're happy to help in any way. Thank you.
Thank you, Belinda. You all are invited to New Student Family Convocation. Folks on the call, your students should have received an email, especially today and certainly tomorrow morning for New Student Family Convocation. There's lots of emails that have been sent to your student, and I know they've been lost in their mailboxes. So just know that as families, you've all been reached out to for an invite. We hope to see you this coming Saturday. There's a 9 a.m. and a 12 noon session. It's college specific. I just know the one at 12 noon is for CHABS and undeclared majors, and then all the other colleges will be at the 9 a.m. session. We have family webinars. They generally are held on the second Wednesday of the month at 7 p.m. After family convocation this coming weekend, your next opportunity to come back on campus will be October 23rd through the 25th. Folks that have signed up for the newsletter, attended summer orientations, you will get monthly newsletters. And if you're interested in learning more about our family specific information, you can certainly reach out to csusm.edu/families. This is that information that was shared earlier. MIU is that Friday night from 8 to 11 p.m. All things students specific, especially for students living on campus. Each of your students will meet at their front desk and then be walked up to the MIU event. New Student Family Convocations, what I just explained. It's definitely Saturday the 29th at 9 a.m. is the start. And there'll be a reception with cool sweet treats, and then Sunday closes with a dive-in movie at campus. Cougar Care Network is one of the amazing resources. If your student doesn't know who to turn to, if they don't know, if they can't connect with anybody in housing, that can't connect with a success coach, just know that there's a Cougar Care Network that completely holistically wraps around your student to make sure that there's somebody that will always assist and answer the call when your student needs assistance. And of course, you also can you can refer your student if there's the need to do that. So feel free to do that using our Cougar Care Network. Of course, social media is where everything is, where your students will most likely be paying attention to the information our university sends, and we understand that. So New Student Family Programs also has social media. So just if you haven't connected with us on that yet, be sure to definitely follow us on the Facebook one. That one usually gets a lot of conversation, a lot of traction. You can certainly contact all of us, but more specifically housing, because that's what you're here for. I'm trying to speed this up so that we could open it up for the last 15 minutes for Q&A. I'm going to stop this recording. I'm going to leave this contact screen up because it has our contact information, and let me stop sharing and let me stop the recording.